See, there's so many things that I could be talking about right now, but I don't know how to talk about them, because on one hand, I want to talk about them because I'm like, I want to know other people's, like, you're struggling with this too? Yeah, like, it's a real thing. Like, but at the same time, when it comes to like personal things, it's like, do I really want to be putting this on YouTube where anybody and everybody could just happen to click on it, even though my channel is so tiny that, like, on average, I think my videos get 3 views, and I don't even know if those are full views or if that's just clicked on and then they watched 1 minute and went away, if it was even a minute. So it's like, on one hand, I could say anything I wanted and like, but on the other hand, I think the only one that really watches my videos is my mom, so it's like, how about I just walk down the street and talk to my mom instead of putting it on YouTube where everybody can see it? Living my life in a way that I'm doing everything for everybody else and doing what I think that everybody else wants me to do and all the rest of this kind of stuff. And then stuff happened in 2020. How do I put this? Like, I could manage and deal with this because I had this. And then the last couple of years took all of this away from me, and I'm left with only this, and it's suffocated and whatever other words. It's suffocated in, what's this stupid word I'm looking for that I suddenly can't find? Another word that means basically the same thing as suffocated. All of that stuff buried me, and now I'm like opposite end of the, I feel like I swung on some kind of opposite end of the scale, and maybe it's not that I swung, maybe it's just that, yeah, all of this is now gone, and that was what was balancing out this. So without this, this is way too heavy and impossible to manage, and I therefore became sick and tired of managing all of that, and I'm just like, get out, 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 get out! And like, I feel like I've finally gotten rid of it all, and I'm like, get out, like, fight against it, like, take a broom and like sweep all the spiders off the door and like, get out, get out, get out, get out. And now that it's finally gone, I'm like, it's gone. And then if I see any hints, like if I feel like any hint of that is coming back, whether it is or whether it's not, it's just that I feel like that's what it is, I have a very strong reaction against it. And I'm like, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. And I like, and unfortunately, what that is doing is that I'm like chasing away a bunch of good things that I shouldn't be chasing away. In actuality, it's probably some of these things that I'm actually chasing away. It's just that because I'm seeing them through the filter of that now, or something, like I can't recognize that they were this, that they are this, and I want that back. But shades of this are on it, because even when I had all of this stuff, they naturally had shades of this, and it was okay, and I understood the difference, and it was good. But now that all of this is taken away, and like, is any of this making sense? Like, for instance, going out and seeing people and interacting people and doing things with people. I don't like the fact that I'm like cut off from having people and interacting people and having adventures, because one of the number one things I love about life is having adventures, exploring, having an adventure, doing things with people. And that is, a lot of that is what was taken away in the last couple of years. I haven't had that in like 2.5 years, 3 years, something like that. It's been a long time since I've had that. And part of that was already being taken away before 2020, because just everybody I knew and used to do that kind of stuff with was moving too far away, or like getting interested in other things that I'm not interested in, or whatever, like, you know, parting ways like people do in life. And the problem is that my circle of friends has always been small. I'm one of those types of people that just, my circle of friends is small, because I don't have energy to spread it out to more than just a few people. I can't handle more than just a few people at once. I just can't. That's the type of person I am. Introverts. Like, I could have like other people that are like surface level, whatever. I could have a whole group of people that's surface level, that's fine. But the deeper I try to go, the fewer people I can manage. Like, really quickly. It happens really quickly. It's like, it's not even like, no, it's like, so it was already getting smaller, and then 2020 happened, and like everything was like, woof, gone. forcibly taken away from me. And like I say, now it's like I'm like so conflicted because one half of me is like, fine, it's gone, whatever. I'm fine with my TV. Just leave me alone with my shows and I'll just stay there and I'm happy there and I'm good there. Leave me alone. But the other half of me is like, that's not really what I want. I'm like missing it. My body physically is missing being out there with people and doing things and like being active and all this stuff. So like going to a new church and like there's so many people there and I'm like, there has to be a group of people here that I could have those adventures with. There has to be. There's so many people here. There has to be people here that I could get to know and love and go and have adventures with. It like literally statistically has to be true that there has to be people here that I can connect with that deeply and love and have adventures with and stuff. And they're like, well, there's this group of people that you could go. And I'm like, then starts all the excuses with all the different, I don't have the energy for it. That would take too much of my time. It'd be too much of a pressure. There'd be too much of expectations on me. It's too far away. I have to get to know all these people when I don't know these people. I have to start connecting and I have to start caring when I don't care. And I have to take the time. I have to take the energy. I have to take the desire. I have to take the motivation. And I have none of those things. And plus, it's always frustrating how, given my age, I'm like, I literally don't fit in with anybody because my age, most people my age are like married with kids. Most people my age are not single like I am. So there's like a massive wall right there because like their experience in life and their focus in life is entirely different from mine, just naturally. And even if I'm always either too old, I'm always like the oldest in the group, or I'm like the youngest in the group because I'm hanging out with a bunch of people that are my mom's age. Or like one of my best friends is like 10 or 11, between 9 and 11. Now I can't remember how old she is again. Years older than me. And someone that I just recently met that I'm like, oh, here's someone that like lives in the same place, as the same town as I do, and like we're going to go to the same church, and like maybe she could be a friend, but I don't know, because her interest seems to be very different from mine. And then on top of that, I find out she's actually like 11 years younger than me. I'm like, here we go again. Typical. Always. Like, on one hand, the age doesn't matter. On the other hand, like I said in the video that I ended up deleting, age kind of sort of does. Because, yes, you can find people in any age that are like, that's the thing about like experience in life. Like everybody matures at different rates, and it usually has to do with the experience in life, because experience is what helps you mature. Part of it is literally the physical, biological aspects of the human brain. There's a huge, massive difference between a child and a teenager. There's a massive difference between a teenager and an adult. But then what a lot of people don't understand is that even once you become an adult, there's a difference between 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds. There's a difference between 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds. There is a difference in the way you think, where your focus is in life, what kind of interests you will have. There just naturally is, biologically, there's a difference. And some people don't quite fit into the age category that their actual physical age is, because mentally they've gone through things in life that have given them a different age range in their brain. It's tricky when it comes to adults. It is. And like, I can find people that are like way younger than me that are just as mature, or like sometimes even more mature than I am, because the things they've been through in life have taught them certain things. But at the same time, sometimes like it does matter. Age does matter, because like, I mean, and that's the thing, like, I'm at an age where I'm thinking of certain things, and I've been desiring certain things for years that I don't have, like a husband and kids. But like, I meet someone that's 11 years younger than me, like someone that's 25 or 24, and they're like, that's not at the forefront of their brain, because they're still so young that they're like, nah, it'll come eventually. And I'm like, I'm running out of time. I'm getting old enough that in a few more years, I won't be able to have kids. So, like, am I going to meet a guy and be able to have kids before I'm too old? Or not? So, like, on one hand, I don't care about how old I am. On the other hand, it does matter, and that is going to be there at the forefront of my brain all the time, because I'm literally biologically running out of time. Like, and men are never going to think about that because men never run out of time in that respect. Their bodies are different than a female's body. Their clock never stops ticking, whereas a female, your clock stops ticking at a certain point, and there's nothing you can do about that. That naturally happens. It just stops. You can't have kids anymore, period. End of story. So, like, that's one of the things that I'm talking about is different when it comes to age. For a 20-year-old, they don't look at it the same way. They don't care about it the same way. It's not as urgent for them. It's just not there. Whereas for, like, someone that's, like, in their mid-30s like me, it's a pretty big deal. It is. So, like, trying to connect with, like, find that age group where I fit, when it's like, I really don't fit properly in any age group, because so much of my own mentality is more like a 20-year-old, but at the same time, there are certain things that definitely put me in the correct age group, like that topic. And, like, it just gets so complicated. I'm like, where are my people? Who are my people? What are the people that I would fit into and can properly connect with? I have no idea. And it's like this group of people at the church where it's like, this is the age group that they are. And I'm like, I'm on the outer fringe of that. Like, it's up to this age and I'm this age. And I'm like, would I fit in with that group of people or not? I don't know. Would I have the energy to fit in with this group of people? I have such a stupidly complicated brain that overcomplicates and overthinks everything. But at the same time, this is what I'm talking about, where it's out of my control too, where, like, just calm down, just breathe, stop drinking the coffee, and everything will be okay. But on the other hand, it's not that simple. Like, it would be entirely different if this church was in the same town as me, where it's like, takes me 5 minutes to walk there, takes an hour to drive there. That's a long way. And if they don't always meet in the same place, if sometimes it's here they meet and sometimes it's there they meet, you don't understand the stress that it causes when I am going to meet people I don't know and I'm going to a place that I don't know. Either one of those is bad enough, and then you combine that and I'm like, you want me to do what now? Are you kidding me? What kind of joke is this? This is not funny. Some things I can do on my own. Sure, I can go to the mall by myself. I could go to a place I don't know if I can blend in with the crowd and no one's going to notice me. But if I'm going with the specifics of actually meeting people and actually interacting with people and actually letting my guard down and letting people know who I am and actually caring enough to know who they are you kidding me? And I have to do that by myself, and I have to do that in a place I don't know with people I don't know. Are you kidding me? You don't understand. The stress level is through the roof. Nope, not happening. And then I'm like, okay, so life's going to continue the way it is now, where I'm just going to sit here with my TV and have all these depressing thoughts, because these are the kinds of things that I want in real life and I don't have in real life and I haven't had for years, and it's incredibly frustrating and incredibly depressing and incredibly irritating and incredibly all the rest of this stuff, and I don't like it. I guess the problem is that the older you get, or at least with me, the older I get, the less I care about getting to know people, because, like, it really does take a lot of energy to get to know someone, and I don't have energy. This is the one thing people don't understand. Physically as well as mentally, I don't have energy. I should probably stop talking because this thing is like almost 34 minutes long.